Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys these editing tips that will make you edit faster in under 2 hours. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, then be sure to hit that like button. If you guys are new on the channel, then always be sure to subscribe. If you guys do, I'd appreciate it a lot if you do hit the notification bell, so that way you guys are notified whenever I start streaming or upload a brand new video, and we got some bangers on the way. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So guys, we're going to be covering 5 topics in this video in particular. They're going to be getting control freaks, editing without sound, part practice editing, practicing editing, and crosshair placement. Now, having said that, let's get straight into the first one, and that will be editing without sound. So guys, I put a poll out on my Twitter asking if you guys did think that there was any audio delay whilst editing, and 78% of you guys came back and said that you did think that there was some form of audio delay whilst editing. And as some of you guys know, the brain tends to react only when it hears a sound, and that's sort of the same reason why you flinch when you hear a gunshot or a loud sound, is because your brain is waiting for the sound to come through and then you react to it. So it's sort of similar with editing. Your brain doesn't think for the next edit until it hears the sound or the confirm of the last edit. So for example, if I edit this stair and I'm waiting for my brain to hear the sound to confirm it, then I've still wasted that small amount of time that I could have been editing this next wall, which then therefore might lead me to run into the wall and muck up my edit. So if you take away the sound element, then you can focus on just your movements and fingers alone. That way, if you're warming up especially, you can get some quality practice in before you actually start playing. So probably my best tip for this would easily come into a map like this, or even just free build without sound, and just focus on your fingers and your movements, and you'll easily warm up and be ready to go. Okay, so moving on to tip number 2 is part practice editing. So if you don't know what I mean by part practice editing, it means editing basically just broken down. So for example, if you want to edit a wall, we would break it down into the edit, pressing select, and then confirm. Or if you're going to reset the edit, that will mean pressing edit, reset, and then confirm. 2 parts to this tip for editing walls in particular, and that will be pressing edit and then select almost simultaneously, and then also confirm as well as select simultaneously. So if you guys don't understand what I mean for walls in particular, I mean pressing edit and then select at the exact same time, like that. So you don't see the blue square in the middle, or whichever tiles that you're going to select. So the way I just did it then was probably ideal, whereas if you were to do it bad, it would probably look something like this. So when I pressed edit, you could still see the blue square before it turned grey when I had selected it. And this tip might seem very overrated, but trust me guys, this can even help some of the fastest editors become even faster just by refreshing their muscle memory. Okay, so tip number 3 I have is practicing on editing courses / maps. One like this is absolutely perfect. This is the Editing Dictionary 2.0 that I made with Fleet. The link to his video will be in the description. This map is perfect. It has almost every single edit in the game on this map. Okay, so say for example that you're like not the best at edit ups or just editing in general, you're a little bit inconsistent. I highly recommend coming on Fleet's Editing Dictionary 2.0 and just practicing every single edit on this map that you guys can possibly do. Obviously, if you can't do say quad edits or 5 edits or something like that, don't go ahead and like push yourself to do it yet. If you feel you're comfortable with it, then absolutely go ahead. If you can already do simple edits, for example like double edits, turn it into quad edits, but editing the 2 squares back here and then the 2 squares ahead. That way you're also increasing your edit, select, and confirm speeds. This can also apply to single edits. Like if you're not good at double edits, you can come over to the single edits, edit the square back here and then the square in front, or you could even edit the first square of the front and then the one next to it, like that. So that way you're always increasing your click speed to become a faster editor. Okay guys, so the next tip I have for you is get yourself some control freaks. I personally use the white galaxies. I find that they give me so much more range of movement and control over what I'm doing rather than the stiff movements that I get without them. Once again, Flea's made a whole video on control freaks and how they help you and your aim and everything else in Fortnite, so I highly recommend you guys go check that out. I'll also leave a link to that in the description. Okay, so the 5th and also last tip that I have for you guys is crosshair placement. I cannot stress enough how important this is whilst editing. Crosshair placement is exactly how you do multiple edits in a row. So say for example you're doing triple edits going upwards, you need really good crosshair placement to edit the wall, otherwise you'll muck up on the wall and run into it. Same applies for edit ups. As you guys can see here, we have just cones on their own. But for you guys to edit up, you guys need to edit the cone above you, reset, jump, and then edit. So as you guys just saw, I obviously don't have the best crosshair placement. That's why I sort of struggle with these, with edit ups. But it comes in handy, like I said before, in particular with the edit ups and also edit downs. Edit downs are extremely harsh on your crosshair placement, because if your crosshair isn't in the right spot, then you'll struggle to do them really fluently. So guys, like I was saying before, on the edit downs especially, you need pretty good crosshair placement. I'm just going to go through some triple edits and you guys will see just how important crosshair placement is. So with good crosshair placement, you'll finish the double edit and your crosshair will already be on the ramp flip start right there, and you can flip it just like that. But if your crosshair placement is bad, say you select 2 tiles and then your crosshair is up here and you land on the ramp, and you have to flip all the way around and turn all the way around just to edit the ramp. So once again, good crosshair placement, bad crosshair placement. You can see it's even hard to select the middle tile and drag it all the way back. Okay, so now I'll show you guys some examples of somewhat good crosshair placement. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I highly recommend you guys go and check out Flea and Tito's video, because they both made really good videos on increasing your edit speed. So I highly recommend you guys go and watch that. Hope you guys did enjoy this video, because I did try and make it as unique as possible compared to all the other doubling your edit speed videos out there. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like. That's about all from me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.